The CoinDesk Spotlight is brought to you by Nexo, the place to earn on Bitcoin, Ethereum, and more.
Back in March, MoneyGram ended their partnership with Ripple, but they found a new one. The international payments juggernaut is now partnering with the Stellar Development Foundation to enable seamless conversion between cash and crypto. Joining us now is Alex Holmes, Chairman and CEO of MoneyGram, and Denelle Dixon, CEO and Executive Director of the Stellar Development Foundation. Hi there, Alex and Denelle. So earlier this year, Bloomberg also came out with a report that Stellar was looking to take over MoneyGram. Is this partnership the compromise, Denelle?
Oh, I think that we don't comment on those rumors. I knew that we were going to get this question. Most importantly, what we want to talk about is this relationship that we have, which is bringing which is really melding the online, the blockchain world with what MoneyGram has taken years and years to build, which is their agent network, which is pretty phenomenal. And these on-ramps and these off-ramps for the blockchain space, it's a pretty remarkable thing for us to be talking about, to be able to move forward. And we're really excited about this. It's transformational for this industry.
So, Alex, good to see you again. What is the role of USDC? And does it concern you at all that it's come to light in the past couple of days that the SEC is investigating it? Does that concern you? And how is it being used in this particular instance?
Yeah, those are both great questions, and thank you again for having me back. Yeah, it's exciting times for sure, and I think obviously, anytime that there's sort of groundbreaking changes happening in any industry, right? There's going to be continued insights and outlook from regulators and trying to figure out what to do. I think the surge in crypto is undeniable. The size and scope and expansiveness of it is undeniable. And I think that there's a huge opportunity out there to really begin to think about how do you bridge, two very different worlds, right? Traditional financial systems and the new systems out there from a crypto perspective. And MoneyGram sits, I think, in a really interesting position to help begin to bridge those pieces. When you're out in on chain and you're trading in different currencies, oftentimes parking a stable coin is a great way to provide some stability as you think about your next trades. I think one of the biggest difficulties of being on chain is getting, fiat off. And so for us, this partnership is extremely unique in the sense that anyone on the Stellar network will be able to instantly basically provide funds in and funds out through the MoneyGram system, and trading that through basically the exchange that Circle has with USDC. Simultaneously, in the background, we'll be doing a settlement process with Circle, with USDC as well. And, we're very good about it. We're a regulated money transfer. They're a regulated exchange. And we also have a partner, United Texas Bank, in the flow as well to help facilitate the flow of the fiat currency through the settlement process. So it's extremely exciting. I think it's very interesting. And certainly we're going to be, proactive with our regulators and our banks as we always are. And we think there's a huge opportunity to really do something very, very different.
Alex,
were you able to talk to Jeremy Allaire or anybody at Circle about this SEC subpoena there that they came out and said they did?
We spoke briefly about it, but again, right, that's really not the same product that we're talking about today, right? So that's completely different from what we'll be utilizing the service for. So we feel very good about the representations that USDC and Circle make. The representations are certified in terms of the USD backing or the investments backing the stable coin. It's certified by Grant Thornton monthly basis. So we feel very positive about that. And we also feel like we're being proactive with regulators and thinking through, what their next, set of questions may be.
Alex, I mentioned earlier back in March, you ended a partnership with Ripple. Ripple was co-founded by Jed McCaleb, who went on to found Stellar. So I'm wondering why did you feel Stellar is a better fit than Ripple?
The Ripple product was very, very different, right? We were doing a lot of back end, foreign exchange trading cross border. I think, as we've said, many times, the process and the technology worked, and we had a great experience with Ripple. They tend to focus on a lot of the back end pieces. They're obviously focused quite a bit on cross border funds flow through RippleNet. with the changes and the challenge that the SEC put forward, it was very difficult for us to continue in that relationship based on the way that was structured, and so we both agreed to move on. The partnership here with Stellar is very, very different. It's much more focused on the front end consumer and the ability to interoperate between fiat and the stablecoin. So a very partnership. Stellar approached us with the idea. We thought it was a great one. Again, MoneyGram wants to be very proactive and very progressive in innovation and pushing forward across blockchain. And thinking about how we can bridge between the two different worlds. So we're excited about it, and I think it's a great partnership.
This is a question for Denelle. This is sort of a bigger picture question. I think we discussed last time MoneyGram was on the show. But, one of the most amazing things about crypto is its ability to disrupt, for example, the remittance market, right? And, when our reporters go to Latin America and report on remittances, one of the things people say is that, crypto is disrupting companies like MoneyGram specifically. So I guess the question is why, why work with this so-called, third party or intermediary that crypto is ostensibly trying to disrupt?
Well, so we're not trying to disrupt anyone. What we're actually, or any company, what we're trying to do is actually bridge the gap between the existing financial rails and these new rails that blockchain offers, because it really gets to the heart of financial inclusion and allows folks all around the world that don't have bank accounts, that don't have access to the traditional banking system, can actually get it this way. And frankly, MoneyGram is the best partner to be able to do this with, because they have already built this pretty remarkable agent network that can be leveraged to be able to help these people who have digital wallets, who want to be able to transfer their money to their local currency. They can do that with these digital wallets now. Any wallet that's connected to Stellar can now leverage MoneyGram's 400,000 locations all around the world to be able to get on and off the blockchain and to be able to convert it into their local currency. And that's a pretty remarkable thing. So what I like to look at this is like the perfect bridge between the traditional financial world and blockchain. And we need to work together. We need to be able to make this all come together so that we can really create this global financial system that we talk about all the time.
So to both of you, Alex, I'm sorry. Go on.
No, I was just going to say, we don't intend to get displaced either. So we want to participate in the evolution and the change here, right? So I think this is a great way to kind of do that so that we continue to stay relevant in both worlds. So very exciting.
So do you guys, does that MoneyGram have any plans to, for instance, create its own stablecoin? And would Stellar be able to power it?
Well, Stellar can power any stablecoin that's created. But Alex, I leave you the question about whether MoneyGram wants to do that.
Well, actually, at this point, we want to get this product live and see what we can do with it. I do think that, in the blockchain crypto space, I think there's infinite, possibilities out there in terms of, permutations and where this can all go. I think it's super exciting. And so obviously, wanting to be innovative and progressive, we'll continue to look at what's available and what we can do. And right now we've got, three great partners, including United Texas Bank. So, we feel very good about what we're about to embark on. And right now we're excited to get going.
Yeah, and Alex, back in May, MoneyGram made an announcement that they're partnering up with CoinMe to ensure faster payments with Bitcoin and allow clients to interact with Bitcoin. So I wonder what happens with that partnership as you now join Stellar.
Yeah, no, that's a very different relationship as well, right? So Stellar is more about sort of the process through USDC. This relationship with CoinMe is a very exciting one. What Neil's doing over there is I think extremely progressive. Thinking about, again, how do you bring Bitcoin to mainstream consumers? The most important thing he does is think proactively about people without bank accounts or people with limited access to bank accounts. And was very forward thinking in terms of what he's done with the kiosks, and then what he's asking us to do at MoneyGram, which is really help facilitate the flow of fiat in and out of his wallet. And then once the money's in the wallet, then the consumer can buy and trade. It's very different to see from any other exchanges out there today, which are very, I'd say, process laden around. Banking and, debit cards and linking ACH accounts. And so, this really kind of brings, the ability to be in the crypto world to people that maybe aren't as mainstream financially. So, that's a great relationship for us. We're very proud of it. And, this relationship here with Stellar has, I don't think will have any impact on that. Again, very different application for a different consumer set.
Mm-hmm. All right. I guess the only concern is, if the SEC suddenly decides that Stellar is a security, is that a concern at all, Denelle?
So it's not a concern from our standpoint. We focus on what the value that we as a participant in the ecosystem can bring to the network. We're focused on network effects on the network, making sure that the ecosystem grows and develops. This whole relationship with MoneyGram is focused on the ecosystem and growing and developing that ecosystem using players that are already in it, like USDC. So this is so our focus is very much on decentralization and the network itself, and growing a really robust and remarkable ecosystem that continues to innovate and create all over the world on this open platform. Without talking to us, without developing with us, sometimes that happens, and so it's a pretty remarkable thing.
All right.
Yeah, and I'll just add to that, if you don't mind. In this particular relationship, right? What's been created on the Stellar, through the Lumen is not relevant to this process, right? So there's the Ripple conversation was different because we were doing a lot of trading through XRP. When the SEC challenged XRP, that obviously put a halt to that trading platform. But in this particular case, there's no risk for us associated with the Stellar relationship in the strange event or rare event that may occur.
All right. Well, Alex, Denelle, thanks for joining us this morning. Congratulations on your partnership, and looking forward to seeing how it develops.